Good morning, fellow wet shavers. Brian here with the Wet Shave Experience. Today is Monday. Hopefully you found my new channel. Sorry for any confusion. Just really had to separate my personal stuff with my wet shave stuff and my email and my Google account and everything else. So lesson learned, at least I learned it early. So if you found this, welcome. It is Monday. I am gonna try some sample soaps this week along with some other soaps that I haven't used yet. But Ken Shave 326 called this Fern Boy Week. So I have some samples of some Fougeres. I have not really been into the Fougeres or tried a lot of the Fougeres. I have 3 different ones. Today I'm gonna try a sample of Fougere Mania from Holy Cow. I got this from Maggard on a recent order. I kind of knew this week was coming up, so since I didn't have any and I wasn't sure whether I was really a fern boy or not, I thought what better way to start than with some samples. So this is I think this is in the Cereal base, and this is scent notes: neroli forward, lavender, amber, oak moss, coumarin, tonka bean, musk, and labdanum, which I had to look that up. Apparently it's an ingredient used to make similar scents to like amber. So it's definitely florally. I get the neroli. To be honest with you, I'm not sure that I'm a fern boy. I'm gonna say that up front, but I'm gonna give it a try. And since I don't have any splash that goes with the fern theme necessarily, when I was looking up the scent notes on this, I noticed the top ingredient was and said neroli forward. This is not a fern scent to me. It smells totally different in many ways, but this does have neroli in the top notes. So that's what I decided to pair it with, and we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna be using the Karve again on the B plate. This is the second use of a Balzano blade. I used it Saturday for the first time. Not a bad blade, so it's still in there. I'm gonna give it a second use. I usually get 3 to 5 uses out of a blade. Usually I try to get 5 actually, because normally I'm shaving Monday through Friday, so I usually put a new blade in on Monday and try to make it go the whole week. But since I just put a new blade in on Saturday, I'm just gonna go with it, probably change up midweek. I do have some more sample pack blades that I'd like to try anyways, so we'll see how that goes today. I will be using my bowl, and although it was soaking in some water, I've got my PAA Amber Starlight, or I'm sorry, Amber Aerolite brush that I'm going to be using today. So I'm going to use my very scientific baby spoon to scoop some out, throw it in the bowl. So it's Monday for me, start of my work week, so I'm scooping out like, I don't know, that amount. You can see that. That looks like, almost looks like an almond, doesn't it? Maybe a little bit much. I've used this Cereal base one time already with the Holy Cow Vor that I used on Halloween week. Really liked that base and that soap and that scent, really, actually. I was surprised. At first I was a little unsure on that one, but after the dry down and everything else, I decided to keep that one. All right, so we've got it spread around. So I'm gonna lather it up and I'll be right back. All right, we are back and we are whipped up. So there's our lather with the Aerolite Amber brush. Is there a bowl? Not probably the most voluminous amount of lather, but you know, compared to some other soaps for the amount of soap I used, but it looks super creamy and will definitely be enough to do the job. So let's wet the face. There's some hot water, warm water on there. Hope everybody's doing well out there. The COVID's raising its head again, so hope everybody's staying safe. Here in Oregon, we just went on a The governor just announced a 2-week pause. It starts on Wednesday. Interesting that it starts Wednesday and not like right away. I mean, she announced it, I think, on Friday. But restaurants will go to takeout only. Gyms are closing again. Some other stuff, so. Hopefully that helps get our caseload down. I think other states are following similar suits. So far we've been able to avoid any infections in my family or my extended family. I think I have one cousin or cousin, I guess, I think, second cousin in Texas that got it, but she recovered, so that was good. Scent-wise, I mean, honestly, I was just looking at the notes. I don't get a lot of the lavender myself. I get the neroli on the top, and yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure, like I said at the top here, that I am a Fougere lover. I don't know what it is about. I smelled the other ones that I'll shave with this week already, just off the puck. I don't know what it is about the Fougeres. I don't know if they're too, I don't know what the right word is for me anyways, my personal scent palette. But maybe earthy, I don't know if that's the right word, because they're not like patchouli earthy like you might think of earthy in that way. I mean, I live in the Berkeley of the Northwest, so I know what patchouli smells like. So it's not the same, like earthiness from that standpoint. Maybe it's too plant matter like. I don't know if that's what I would say. Anyways, it's not a bad scent. I'm not repulsed by it or anything. I've had worse soaps. But the soap, the Sierra base, is definitely nice. I've got no issues with that at all. I don't really know how to say if you like Fougeres, how this compares to a lot of the others. Won my fantasy football matchup this weekend, so I'm happy about that. I think I should move up to third. Maybe tied for second, I can't remember which of my buddies won and lost, but had a pretty decent weekend, so. Football-wise, except my Oregon State Beavers lost again. Not too surprised. But that was a tough loss at Washington. They had their chances. Our offense just was dominating on the ground, but our quarterback, I feel like, I don't know, struggles. We had the ball back at the end with a chance to win with a touchdown, and threw 3 straight passes that got batted down at the line of scrimmage. One of which he bonked off the back of our own lineman's helmet. I don't even know if he had 100 passing yards. Anyways, 0-2. But I like to say we're a baseball school. Oh. All right, against the grain, folks. Holding it like a drumstick. Nice and loose. Not too tight in the hands. The soap is, I mean, definitely plenty of residual slickness. All right, let's get the moustache area. I know I don't go, I guess I could go across the grain on the neck. I don't know, I just have a habit of on my second pass just going against the grain on the neck right away. It's kind of the way I've always done it. Well, let's try this. All right. I still can't do it without getting into my eyes. I don't know. All right. So we just had to have enough soap for the final pass. You know, I feel like this reminds me of something, but I don't know what. I can't put my finger on it scent-wise. Yeah, it reminds me of something, and I don't know what. Last pass. Saw a brief blur. The stock market's up pretty high today. I guess Moderna, one of the other vaccine developers for the COVID vaccine, has announced I think their vaccine is like 94.5% effective, which is better than the Pfizer vaccine that got, well, they said 90+% for Pfizer, I think last week. So, and dang it, I should have bought some Moderna stock. I almost did. They got an initial run up and then they kind of fell back down, I think into the 60s. And now it's at almost $100 a share today. So, anyways, it's pillowy soft on the blade there, or on the razor. Missed that boat. But the nice part of the Moderna vaccine, I think, versus the Pfizer vaccine is the storage requirements. The Pfizer vaccine requires like super ultra cold freezing, which most places don't have capacity for that or the ability to store it. So they're gonna have to come up with storage solutions, logistics, shipping solutions. And I don't think that the Moderna vaccine, I think it just requires refrigeration. Which will make it a lot easier to distribute and to distribute to more places that can use it. So I think it'll have some advantages over the Pfizer vaccine from that standpoint. And the Pfizer vaccine was 2-dose. I didn't read whether or not the Moderna vaccine was 2-dose or not. So that's also could be a big plus for Moderna if it's single dose. I don't own any Moderna stock, or just simply talking about the vaccines. Like I said, I should have bought some. Okay, I'm gonna rinse the face and finish up. All right, I like to rinse with a little warm and then follow it up with cold. I find the cold water helps, I think it helps close the pores a little bit. All right, and I think overall feels good. All right, so like I said, not a Fougere, but it does share a scent note in the neroli, so the Razor Ruby Undead, and I love this scent. It is definitely softer than most of the other FLS scents. Definitely a little bit more floral-y. Yeah, I mean, I think these two are quite different, but share the neroli note, so I'm gonna call it good. I mean, you don't really smell the soap much after anyways. So, definitely a fan. I also like the splash and the splash quality and feel on the first line. But if you watch my videos, you know I'm an FLS fanboy, so I'm always gonna have, well, I shouldn't say always gonna have something nice to say about them, but if they come out with a scent I don't like, I'll be honest about it. All right, so I'm done for the day. First Fougere use ever for me. So that was with Fougere Mania from Holy Cow. Soap base performed very well. You know, I mean, it's a cereal base, so how could you go wrong with that? Fougere scents, probably not for me, but hey, I'm gonna participate a little bit in Fern Week because I have a couple more samples. And you know, maybe I'll be surprised at one of the other ones. The other two samples I have do smell different. And you know, once they're lathered up, maybe I'll decide I like them. So hopefully everybody has a good start to their week, and we'll see you soon.